How many beans make gone? Phases of a lunacy. The psychic and the sidekick, restless, breathless, desperate. A man has as many masters as he has vices. A profound psychic insight of the late great Saint Augustine that could be turned to virtuous or vicious intent. The sanctified sacrament of priestly confession. Get it off your chest, put your sins on the Hail Mary back burners of forgiveness, go forth and sin no more. Or the sinless science of psychoanalysis, patient doctors safeguardedly confiding your dark and dirtiest secrets and trusting they won't be co-opted by any criminal intelligence as coercive leverage to put you at their mercy. There are many ways. There are many ways to make a man a slave or a woman. Not sure misogyny comes into slavery, other than the master's predilections for particular usage. We know what you do on your day off, and we can help you to keep doing it at a price, of course. Your check and our invoice is in the lobbying. Live life to the full. Become a double agent, a James Bond of the mind, gatekeeper of secrets not even you fully understand. Convinced you're ridding the world of evil when you're just part of the double cross. Apparently Sigmund Freud got much of his research funding from compromised clients, though Carl Jung outdid him as soon as he got the Rockefellers onto his couch. So impressed his dynasty patrons, they immediately started recruiting psychoanalysts as part of their global networking. You scratch my back, we'll have yours. We're in this dirty secret together. We can put you up front, or we can take you out back and put you down, should you decide not to play la double cross. A significant surge momentum in the moral to amoral to immoral degradations of Western governments and the general populace, encouraging vice and threatening to publicly take you to virtuous task for it. It's a trickle-down practice. If everybody else is doing it, it's not between me and my conscience anymore. It's between me and my agent, your investment banker, and his psychoanalyst, and they're not telling because they're on the same boat. Moored offshore in the Cayman Islands, we're all in this together. Innocently guilty of just wanting to get ahead in this world. When sin becomes an outmoded concept, who's running a vice squad? Who's framing the ethical debate? Politicians, police, pornographers, pedophiles, Hollywood producers, the Pirates of the Caribbean, or the popular votes? If it feels good, it can't be all that bad. Control the narrative, you can reach your own conclusions. Demagnetize the moral compass. Keep that needle flip-flopping all over the place with no home base, no God to guide us, and so many somebodies pulling us in different directions to one side and another, because right and left have no middle ground, and neither does right and wrong, especially if you can be right and wrong at the same time. More of a survival than a moral dilemma. Let's cut to the Chevy Chase. I think you need some psychosexual healing. I think you need to mind your own business, so you wouldn't like to talk about it. I'm a doer, not a talker. So what are you doing in a Greek forum? Sic tempus fugit. That's Latin. Either way, it means time flies when you're sick, but fuck it, we're all going to die anyway, so what do I have to lose? We only have one life. We need to make the best of it. You want to rape kids? Okay, I've got just the kid for you. Just kidding. Or not. Depends how seriously you want to take this. It's a serious business when you actually get down to it. Just paying your dues to the policymakers, the movers and shakers of this world in the battle for the universal mindset in guiltily innocent ignorance of the facts, ma'am. Only the facts can set you free. I'll put you on the payroll or the plantation for the rest of your life, stealing by stealth, the essence of progressive imperialism. Is anybody following me on whack-a-mole? Do I care? Don't you care? Hey, if you got a mallet, you may as well use it. We reap what we sickle, we sow what we stitch up. The more moles, the merrier. We're all in this hole together, but only a select few can see through the dark. You keep digging, we'll provide the dirt. We were building this hole back better. Empire is theft. I believe it wasn't Winston Churchill said that. Globalism is theft on a grand scale. Only a thief would deny it. Think tanking big. Not guilty by reason of not being innocent. Explain that in fucking legal terms. How can you break the law if you make the law? Makes perfect sense. It's been making perfect sense for years. I mean, in bygone days, a man could steal a loaf of bread and get life sentence as an indentured servant in some Antipodean outback. Another man steals a shipload of Spanish gold, we'll give him a fucking knighthood. It's all about usefulness to the state or downtrodden lack of ambition. Is that the best you can do, Mr. Hackensack? A loaf of fucking bread, for pity's sake? Of course, the Spaniards stole it from the Peruvians, anyway, the gold, not the bread. So we're only guilty of reappropriation to a better cause. It's like complaining you can't pay your taxes because you don't have any money, and that's our problem. Maybe you'd be better off in Australia. Next case, Your Honour, this man refuses to get up at the crack of dawn and go down a big hole in the ground. And I thought you loved working down the coal mine, Mr. Box. It's terribly patriotic. And the British shall never be slaves. That's why we give you national holidays. All the flags and medals come out, people allowed, even encouraged to have a good time. Exercise all those pent-up vices. It'll make you proud of not being ashamed to be back at work and doing something useful. It's called leadership. In elite circles, vox populi in democratic circles, social engineering in academic circles, atheistic humanism in irreligious circles, the art of the possible in parliamentary squares. Would your government lie to you? Only if it decides it's in your best interest. National security, then it wouldn't be a lie, it'd be a polite gesture, a call to action or a call to inaction. Hunker bunker down for your own safety while we sort things out. Least vulnerable first, binaries second, men, women, boys and girls need to stay behind our class. We're going to take you on a journey through your own identity crisis till the light in your head turns green. All perfectly legal. We make sure of that. We thought it through. It's what we call think tanking in intelligence circles. A fish could live their whole life in an aquarium and never know they weren't in the ocean. If you can fool a fish, you can fool anybody. Basic maritime modus operandi, bait and switch. A salmon by any other name could still be a trout. You've got to keep them guessing. We need to vary our attack. Keep people guessing. Name that variant. Life is a game show. While the elite are playing chess, everybody else playing Trivial Pursuit. If you can fool a fish, you can checkmate a head full of trivia any day. Our think tanks will roll right over them. But hey, we're all in this together to a common purpose, to eliminate everything trivial and useless for your own good. Zero waste, zero carbon, zero independence from the state, zero critical thinking if you're not in the tank. The return of zero. You'll know him when you don't see him. He's the only one not wearing a mask. They seek him here. They seek him there. Variety is the spice and the icing on the cake of confusion. Nobody knows what we're going to come up with next. Could be the fucking jelly roll. Could be a hand jive. Could be the funky chicken with a twist at the end. It suddenly becomes a boogaloo. Then the last waltz or the first rumba to blend a dozy-do in its middle third and a lockstep just before the final breakdance and train wreck. You have 30 seconds to roll up your sleeve, put your brain to sleep and dream you just won the lottery. May all your losses be but small wins. Now you can afford to buy yourself your own extended bubble to pop into and out of at your leisure. Who said money can't buy you bubbles? I think I heard it on a soap commercial. Is anybody following me on cut and paste? Do I care? Don't you care? Hey, you can't always get it right first time.